Yo, hey, my name is William Moldovan, and I got a different kind of video for y'all this morning. I got a video that I'm gonna try to make a little bit better this time. A lot of people been seeing things I've been doing and stuff like that. I got people calling me saying, "Hey, is Will going crazy? Is Will losing his mind? Is Will all right?" Yeah, Will's all right. Will's fine. Will's just trying to use other things to keep himself positive, to keep himself on a path of success. I just want to read to y'all something I wrote this morning. I'm gonna be pushing some stuff out to y'all, to help, maybe even help myself. Things I say. Sometimes we need to listen to ourselves. Sometimes I know we want to listen to others, and which is probably the best thing to do. Sometimes we gotta listen to ourselves too. Once we listen to others, just to get verification of what we really need to do. I want to say this: I've battled with drugs my whole life. My whole life, I battled with drugs. I look back and I'm saying to myself, that's all it's been. It's been drug addiction. It's been pain. That's all it is. My whole life, as we call it, has been a turmoil. It all started when I was kicked out of the house due to my anger, drug addiction, my lack of drive to accept responsibilities, which started all what Will wanted to do. Will's going to do what Will wants to do. My life has been a turmoil of events. And out of my 34 years, I've spent damn near 13 years in prison. Trapped from the world of success, as we put it. From the early ages of drug use, I've collected a number of felonies, and all which was to supply my need and want of drugs, which is my addiction. I come to find out of addiction to pain. And pain, I say, is self-inflicted pain. Coming out of prison, I always had a plan of, Will is going to do this. Will is going to do that. But I look back and think, I'm always end up doing that. I don't stick to my plan. My plan always fails because I just never stick to it. It's there. I just don't stick to it. I look back and think of all the things in prison I've seen: murder, rape, extortion, gangs, just a complete life of just wanting to give up, not thinking there's anything out there, thinking that you're going to be in this bar and there's no life after that. And I even say that to the ones that ain't never getting out. You know what I'm saying? They can live their whole life inside these bars, trapped in their mind, which prison is prison, either out there or in here, wherever. We create the bars in our mind. We create being stuck behind bars. You could be in prison and be a free man. Sometimes I think to myself, you know what? I was more free on the inside of prison, behind the walls, than I was out here. That ain't the way to think. That's being trapped in your mind. That's prison inside your mind. That's bars being trapped inside your head, which allows you to become what you need to be on these outside of bars. There is so much life in this world. So much life. We create life. God creates life. He gives us a whole new meaning of whole new things. Prison is just not behind bars. It plays in your mind, even out of bars, only bars created in your head. People look at us as bad guys, which then some, myself, act on our image. We act on what we are told we are. We are controlled by an environment to where it's, if somebody says that you're this, you're going to act like you're that. And that's not the way of living. That's not the way it is. God created all men different. All men have different purposes in life. When I say men and women. I'm not just saying a man. Women are involved in all this stuff too. And it's for the good and it's for the bad. We can help each other because that's all we got. We are children, all together, brothers and sisters, uncles, aunts. It doesn't matter. We're all together, and that's what we got to do. We got to stick together to make each other better. Sometimes we struggle inside of our minds, and it's just we battle with that every day. But sometimes we got to look and say, look, wake up. This is a whole new day. Don't think about yesterday. Keep pushing forward. You keep moving back, it ain't never going to go forward for you. And when I say this, I want to start taking advice from myself. So sometimes I'm going to have to record things and I say things from the things I've heard, and I don't apply myself because you know what? I'm by far a saint. I will probably never be a saint. But I'm going to tell you what, as of success, my whole meaning of success has to get put into action. When we open our eyes and we see opportunity out there, opportunity is out there. If we listen and let people in our lives that need to be in our lives, they will give us opportunity that we can take, but we've got to listen and take this advice from what's being told to us sometimes. And that's what I've struggled with. But anyways, this. Our image of life is the road that we create. I want to give advice how to let go of those feelings and hope to benefit from our words. And this is just my first video on that. You know, all these videos I've been pushing out there, you know, they've been funny and this and that to some, to others. Well, let's get on a little serious note. Let's understand William's not going crazy. William's trying to find himself. So when I think of things that bring me down and depressed and stuff like that, you know what? I make these little videos. You know why? Because it's just what I'm doing. It's something to occupy my mind. Maybe it's my hobby. I like laughter. I like enjoyment. Just think back in my head of like everything that I've done that's funny and stuff like that, and people laughing and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? I can still push them videos, and I'm still going to push them videos. But on a serious note, I don't want to be back in prison. I don't want to be behind bars. I want to get out of my mind. I want to get out of these bars in my head. So instead of relying on drugs and alcohol and all that, you know what? I'm going to rely on laughter. I'm going to rely on humor. And if you guys can't take it right, then I don't know what to tell y'all. Don't take it right. Maybe I need to make 2 channels. One serious, one funny. One funny to others, one funny to not. Offense, no offense. I'm sorry. But one thing about it is this. I'm me. I'm William Moldovan. And I'm going to tell you what. Success is going to be on my plate. And I'm going to let it rule over my life. I ain't going to let nobody stop me and trying to be me. And I'm not going to let nobody stop me from doing right in this world. I don't want to be back behind bars. That's all I'm saying. So in order to do that, I've got to go forward, move forward, and push and show these people that guess what? A man can only be locked up for so long in his mind. Until he escapes that, then that's when people say, you know what? That image they see, once I escape out of my mind, they're going to say, you know what? That's a successful man. I want to look back at this video and say, look, that's my first video that I made. And guess what? I'm going to mean what I said. Because you know what? I'm putting it out here for the world to see. Man can hold down a man. God's going to put that man up. Because guess what? If you look up, the sky's the limit. When you look down, it ain't too far away. It's easier to fall than it is to climb. And guess what? I'm going to keep climbing until I get to the top. When I say the top, I'm talking about the top of success. When I mean success in my mind, getting out of its mind. I love y'all. And I know y'all love me. I've done a lot of wrong, but guess what? It's time to do a little right. Let's try to balance this thing out, fellas. Hey, love y'all.